Here we go. It's been a while, hasn't it? You know, it took a bit longer than I originally thought it would, but we are back here. We are passing the logic, as they say. You know, it obviously feels like it's been too long and too short. I'm gonna let this all play out. Like, this is kind of a stressful game to play, but it's also like super cool. And I have definitely kind of been missing this on some level, and you're gonna get to see me adjust my volume level. I'm gonna talk all over this guy as well. But so yeah, pathologic. We are quote-unquote doing it for real this time, and as such, we're going to be doing a few things a bit differently. Or maybe I should like wait for this to go back because it's hard to think. Okay, yeah. So we're doing this again. We're going to be doing a couple things a bit differently. First off, now that I know like the important dialogues don't waste time, also that times may be not as tight as I thought it would be. I am going to be like voice acting, reading out at least some of the dialogue, like the important parts, because I feel like not missing out on that would be but like I feel like in my original run I did kind of like speed read through some stuff, and it led me to maybe miss some stuff. Furthermore, more interestingly enough, with each day's playthrough, we are going to now be trying to do each day perfectly as they come. Because I should theoretically know everything I need to know in order to like get everything set up in a day for the next. So hopefully, I mean, there's a couple more nuanced plot stuff we have to get through. Like we didn't fully resolve last time that could maybe catch me off guard, but for the most part, I'm hoping we can just do this like one day at a time. Like, normally with Silent Hill and that, like you saw, I felt like I have a habit of like trying to get each part of the run overly optimized, but in a game like this, you really have to. So I feel like that's going to be the strategy. We're going to go through each day. We're just going to try to get it as optimized as we possibly can each day as they come. Also, I did get rid of all the saves just because, like, you know, I backed them up just in case, but I don't feel like I'm going to be going back to any of them, and I feel like it's better to get a fresh start on things.
It's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means we're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, He has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well. But there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Alright, sorry, I know we've let that play before. I figured it would be a good idea to like go through it again. Just to like see how much more we can make sense of it. Now that we have some experience in this game, I feel like I get the general vibe more. Also, one other thing. It's been long enough, I kind of don't remember the controls. I'll do my best to make to make it as painless as possible, but it might be a little awkward at the start. So just keep that in mind. Also, it might be a bit loud at the start. We're still going to be playing the hair specs, but I just want to get all their profiles in view.
Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
Alright, here we go, back into things. Let's see how much we can get figured out. Oh, there's still more cutscenes. There's still parts I don't remember, but plot-wise, hopefully, I should remember enough. That part there sounds like the one part in, there's a song called Randa that goes just isn't holy anymore by the Mars Volta. That one vocal line sounds exactly like a vocal line in that song, like the timbre, the pitch, the descending motif. And I feel like going through, I will leave this all in just for the sake of like having it all. So. Like, ideally, this is going to be a reasonably, like, complete, straightforward playthrough. Yeah, we know who all these people are now. That's good. Yeah, checking letters, too. I can't believe I didn't find out about checking letters until, like, the very end of last playthrough. That's one thing I know from the start we're going to be right on. There's my girl Eva. Hopefully we can save her this time. Also, I don't know how much computer noise there's going to be. Like with this setup for my first recording, it might be a bit noisier than hopefully future videos will be, but okay. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. And that's all we have. Yes. We have my laboratory equipment, which is not for show. Okay, well, so the Q does that. E, I thought E was interact. R, I think that's going to be our, people. I's are inventory, of course. P is that, yeah, our adherence is gone yet. L, okay, L is our letters. Isidore Brock's message. My dear Bachelor Denkovsky, it was most disconcerting to learn that the powers that be have the intention of shutting down the laboratory that owes its fame largely to your own research in the field of thanatology. Is it true that your detractors have branded your studies scientifically stillborn? Rejoice, Bachelor. There is an observable case that would quell the obscurants that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. This case, were you to document it, would go a long way towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I can remember. This man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is possible. It is phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it with what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay. There is a sensational discovery to be made here, a breakthrough that will not only save your laboratory, but also revivify your studies and greatly increase your scientific renown. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidore Brock. I hope that's how you say Brock. P.S. I spoke to Simon on your behalf, and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects are traditionally well respected in our neck of the woods. V is my plague scope, M is the map. Haven't seen this in a long time. So L is the letters, and it seems like they're mostly after the letter it corresponds to. Also, I don't remember where the door is, again. I remember having that problem the first time. Yeah, your letters is L, your inventory is I. It's all pretty straightforward. Where is Eva? There you are, girl. Let's talk to Eva here.
I had a feeling you would come.
Did the sounds from the outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan, then something snapped loudly. These are both basically saying the same thing. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. It's like I fainted. So what sounds are you talking about? I think there are strangers in the backyard, by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. Why do you think they aren't planning anything foul? I feel like in this context the first option is just to end this path in the dialogue tree. So let's continue it. Our population is so thin. Crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the Stone Yard. Sometimes there are pranks, of course. Fights happen occasionally. People are young here, so they often go out at night. But we're a tight community, and now I hear unfamiliar speech. It's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see this founding father of yours. No, we're not actually going to do that because it's not necessary, but still. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad. But Simon won't go anywhere. He has always been, he will always be, even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please, stay with me a little longer. I like Eva. She seems like a nice person. She seems like a genuinely nice person as opposed to like every other person in the game, including myself. Yeah, I feel like this is the more informative option. I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here. But who was waiting for me? I didn't notify old Barak of my arrival. I'm not even sure what made me take off for this place. Glory is the messenger riding ahead of the man. A celebrity from the capital. Bachelor Denkovsky, the founder of Thanatica. The man who challenges death. Of course we've heard about you. I want to be kind, so I'm going to pick the response that's like actually responding to what she says. This glory is undeserved yet, but I hope that getting to know your ruler will give me a chance to live up to the expectations. Death, so that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions, but my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself rather than a singular case of death. I don't understand. Let's just be more direct. I know where he lives, but that's kind of part of the conversation. Show me where Simon lives. It's not far. It's not far. The Canes left the Crucible on Bridge Square. But could I please offer you a piece of advice? Go on. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Georgie, is called the judge with the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter, Maria, also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria's that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for the advice. Go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. Yeah, and that's where we gotta go. And both because I wanted to make sure the recording is good, because I haven't played this in a while, and just because I don't want to start anything else, we're actually going to call it here. I didn't really get much done in this episode, maybe, but I mean, it's the first time I played this in a while. Having a slow start isn't necessarily that bad of a thing. You know, I gotta get back into the swing of things here, so look forward to more of this next time. We'll get back into it. We'll see if I actually remember how to play this game tomorrow, I guess, so well, let's find out. Thank you for watching, as always.